Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Cutterpillar Live for today. We're so excited. I have to tell you all that I'm so excited that I came on here and I saw a bunch of you on here already. We are so honored that you are spending your time with us today. Hello. Philip is here. I think you've been here every single day this week, and that makes me so, so happy. So Joyce is here again. Renee is here. Jana is here. Connie is here from Georgia. Um, Sharon from Ohio. I hope you guys all are staying warm wherever you are. Today was a little bit better for us today. There's a funny joke around the office that I'll have to tell you. Our CFO Scott, he's in the next office. I'm not sure if he can hear me or not, but we know when the weather is manageable around here because he wears shorts almost every day of the year. And then when it gets too cold, he'll put long pants on. So you know if you see Scott coming in long pants that it's below freezing around here, or else he wears shorts all the time. Most people in Utah do. It's really funny. It is cold here in Utah. I think I woke up to 25 today at my house. I think it was 25 when I got in the car this morning. I'm not sure, but it's cold. It's definitely cold. I would really like to. Hello, Jana. I would really like to go back to my anniversary trip from a couple of weeks ago, where it was super warm and sunny, and we wore shorts and flip flops and tank tops and went parasailing. But I digress. It is okay. 1 degree in Illinois. See, Marion, like I complain about the 25, but then I hear things like that and then I feel bad for you. So I'm feeling all right. So again, everybody, welcome. My name is Melodee. I am here at Cutterpillar headquarters just outside of Salt Lake City, Utah. If any of you have been here before, we're just south of the city, just before the point of the mountain, before we go over to the next county. And we're very excited. This week has been so much fun. We have gotten to get together every afternoon at 1 o'clock to talk about our paper crafting extravaganza week. I'll do a little history again today. Paper crafting is where we first started. We started making paper trimmers back in 2011. Our owners and inventors were hearing complaints from their mother and their sister and their wives about how all their paper cutters were just a challenge after a challenge after a challenge. They couldn't get things straight. They had to keep replacing their blades. So instead of just buying new, Philip, you are so very sweet. Thank you so much. Instead of buying brand new paper cutters all the time, they decided to invent one. Kelly, our original owner and inventor, worked for a printer. And so he kind of took the idea of their big cutters that they use in the print shops and made a personal version of them. And that is how we started back in 2011. We started going to expos all across the country and kind of spread by word of mouth that way. We've morphed into more tools and more things, quilting products, sewing products, more paper crafting products. And it's just been a super, super fun ride. I have been in the crafting world, specifically the paper crafting world, for about 22 years now. I like to say over 20 because then it doesn't sound like as much, but 20 years now. And I've worked for other manufacturers. I've tried out just about every tool out there. And this is my very, very, very favorite paper trimmers. We have two versions of the same paper trimmer. Yesterday, we talked about our Pro trimmer. That was this one. That's our big one. So this Pro trimmer is so great if you have dedicated space for crafting, if you have dedicated space for cutting. This has the full base that's about 15 inches square, a little bit bigger than that. It's really great if you can leave it out. But today we're going to talk about our crop trimmer, which is just as fantastic, but it just doesn't take up as much space. Look, I'm learning how to flip my camera. It is about half the size of the Pro. If you bring the Pro back in, the crop is about half the size. So this one doesn't need to be out all the time. This one doesn't need to take up a ton of space on your table or your shelf, but it works the exact same as the Pro trimmer does. So let's talk a little bit about why it's so fantastic. So first of all, your rotary blade is inside a cartridge here. This is the cartridge that it's inside of, so it's perfectly safe. You're not gonna, you really have to try to cut yourself if you're gonna cut yourself on this one. I don't suggest you do that. Don't cut yourself. But it is super, super safe. My husband can use it. My grandson can use it. I taught my grandson how to use it one day, and he just started taking it around the house because it's not very heavy. He was 4 years old at the time. He took it around the house, and he just started cutting everything he could find. Old phone books, all the papers he could find, all the mail that he could find, everything that he could find. So he went and started cutting everything. So it's super, super safe. The other thing that is so great is the way it works. It's kind of hard to see, but inside here, there's little gears. The little gears in here are what rotates that blade. So you do not have to push down to get it to rotate. See, I'm just doing that with one finger. One finger moves it and one finger rotates the blade. There's a gear track up in the bar here. So with that, the mechanism does the rotation for you. So I like to talk about how it's kind of like you're guiding a power saw or a tile saw or something, where the mechanism is what's doing all the cutting instead of your energy doing the cutting. So it's nice and smooth that way. You also have two different grades of metal here, two different grades of steel, a softened steel and a harder steel. And so when you use it, it's kind of like you're sharpening a knife in the kitchen. When you've got those two different kind of steel things in the kitchen, that's how you sharpen your knives, right? I don't know what that, tell me if anybody knows what that stick thing is called that's in my knife block, because I never know what to call it. I just call it the little sharpening stick thing because I don't know if it has a real name. So when you use that and you're sharpening your knife, it's because you've got two different grades of steel, and that keeps your knife nice and sharp. And so that is how you can keep this sharp as well. You can use that. You don't have to get a replacement blade. So they're self-maintaining blades. So imagine all of the times that you're working on a project. Most of us have to craft late into the night because we have work or we have kids or we have family to do all the time. But then you get to craft after everyone goes to bed, right? And so you start working on your projects, and then you realize your blade is dull and you don't have any extras. You can't go to the store because it's closed, or you can go to the store because you've got 10 more minutes, so you rush there really quick and they don't have the replacement blade that you need. So frustrating. So it's really great that this is self-maintaining. And I have had my trimmer for 8 years, almost 9 years now. I've worked for the company for 8 years now, and I've never replaced mine. So it's so fantastic. It's really great to do that. So then the other thing is kind of the best part about it. We have this LED light bar. So this LED light bar lights up, and that lights up your cut line. It's so weird to see with the studio lights, but this, because you're cutting right against the edge, you're cutting right against the edge right here. When you've got your paper over there and that light shines up, you can see the exact edge. And now, because of how it works and because of the mechanism and because of the way that it stays so sharp, you can cut down to about 1/64 of an inch. So if you are a paper crafter or a card maker, imagine when you are matting your photos or you're matting your titles or something like that, and you cut it off by just a tiny little bit. And then you pull out your scissors and then you try to fix it, and that never goes well, right? That never goes well. I always say, for those of you that were here yesterday, if you're a kindergarten teacher, you can cut straight with scissors. There's a few other people that I've met in my lifetime that can cut straight with scissors, but I'll tell you what, I cannot. I'd pull the scissors out and I'd like, oh, it's just so little, I'll just do it really quick. I would mess it up. So then I would have to cut the other side and the other side and the other side and the other side. And pretty soon there's no mat for my photo anymore. And I have to start all over again anyway. Thank you, Philip. That is so true. So the blade is the best feature of the cutters. The carpal tunnel, I understand that with having a difficult time, because my fingers are getting that way. I'm starting to get a little arthritic-y, and so it's really great. So it's so easy. It's so easy and smooth to use. Monica, I think you do need both. I don't know if you have both yet, but I'm going to talk you into the smaller one here in just a minute. But so Yvette, thank you for your question. It depends on the chipboard. Can you cut chipboard with this one? They actually cut the exact same. So they both can cut up to 110-pound cardstock. They both can cut that super lightweight chipboard that's like a cereal box, but they cannot cut book board. You don't want to cut anything too thick, because if you do that, the blades are going to jump and then you're going to mess up the alignment and you're going to nick the blade. So don't do anything too thick. The rule of thumb is, if you feel any resistance at all, stop cutting. Don't try to force it through, or it will have that issue. Jana, I am with you. I have both at my house for that very reason, so I can hide the chocolate in the drawer of my big one. But why would you want the smaller one? Now, even if you have the bigger one, or if you're trying to decide, some of the things that are so great about the smaller one is obviously it's a smaller in size, right? It takes up less space on the desk, but it does swing out. So the arm swings out and it measures 17.5 inches. So if you do need to measure anything bigger, if you do need to measure 12 by 12 or 14-inch vinyl or 18 inches, anything like that, it does go that far out. And the thing that's so great about this as a portable trimmer, first of all, the base is molded. So this arm is never going to overextend. I can't tell you how many little trimmers that I have had in my lifetime where this ends up overextending and then my papers are always crooked. Because the base right here stops it, that is never going to overextend. The other thing that is so great is this little foot, this little extra piece right here, so it stays flat on the table. So you've got, it's level all the way across here because you've got that extra foot over on this side. But the thing about is so great is you don't have to have it open most of the time because the base here goes out just past 6.5 inches. So if you're a card maker, usually you're cutting at 4.25 or 5.5 most of the time, right? Because this goes out past 6.5, you can just use the base and you don't have to flip it open. Now, I don't know how many card makers we have out there, but I remember using those little slide trimmers and you lose all of your measurements. They stop at about 4 inches. So you would guess that 4.25 inch measurement or that 5.5 inch measurement. Tell me if you guys remember doing this with the little beveled edge on the trimmer. That's about 4.25. And then the little gutter between the, when you flip the arm out, that little gutter was about 5.5. So every time I did it, I always guessed and I was hoping I was pretty close. I got relatively good at it, but the thing that's so great about this is I do not have to worry about that anymore. All of those measurements are right on the base. So when I am using this, honestly, I rarely swing that arm open. I usually am using it just like this. So this is so great. So it takes up much less space when you're crafting. So if you're at an event or your crop or a class, you don't have to take up the space of the big one, but you do have the extra measurements if you need it. So that is so great. And then the other thing you can do is travel with it so easily. You can travel with this because it takes up so much less space. Question from Marion. Thank you for your question. The cutter that you have that allows you to change the blade for different design edges, that is not something that this one can do. Because of the self-maintaining blade, because it rubs against itself to keep it sharp, that wouldn't happen if you have a decal edge or a scallop edge or anything like that. You wouldn't be able to do that. So that is why you have it. It's just a straight cut, but it is so precise. It is so amazing. It is so fantastic. So take it with you when you travel. Now, listen, I didn't, yes, Monica, bring your cutter. Of course, bring your cutter to the card making class. I think you have the big one, right? I think you said. So yes, I remember. Take that one. They're going to die. It's so fantastic. So this week during our card making extra, I love your guys' questions, by the way. It makes me so distracted and I love it so very much that I hope I remember to say everything I'm supposed to. We have Bethany helping us as well, and she'll keep me in line if I forget something. But this week, because it is our paper crafting extravaganza, all of our paper crafting products are 25% off. So if you go to cutterpillar.com, use coupon code paper25, you can save 25% off of this trimmer. Now, we do have bundles that we put together. We have card making bundles. We have travel bundles. We have an all-in paper crafting bundle. All of those bundles are already discounted. So you can still use that paper 25 and get an additional 25% off on those items as well. So get the bundle if you're ready to just deck out your craft room. But if you just need one or two things, that discount will apply for both. So we're talking about how you can travel with this one because it's super small and lightweight, especially compared to the Big Pro. The other thing that we do have, and we're going to talk about the tote bags a little bit more tomorrow, but we do have a tote bag that you can get with it. So you can travel with it super easily. It's a great tote bag, and we're going to go into a little more detail on the tote bags tomorrow. But if you get the crop and you like to travel to craft, the tote bag is a great thing for you to have as well because that will fit in there. It has extra pockets for other items to fit in there. You can put all of your supplies and everything in here. There's a pocket in the lid and a little seat belt to hold your trimmer in. But we will talk about this more tomorrow, but that is available as well. And that is also on sale. That's part of our paper crafting collection. That's on sale this week. So what are some other things you can do with this? So this is our typical 65-pound cardstock that I was just cutting. This is our 85-pound. This is great for like card bases and things like that. So you can cut through 85 pounds super easy as well. This is just regular text weight paper, same as like copy paper when you are printing on your printer. Cuts through this super smooth. And notice how it goes back and forth between the lightweight and the heavyweight super easily. So you can cut that as well. This is our handmade paper. This is our mulberry. Oh, thank you, Bethany. That's why we need you here. This is our handmade mulberry paper. So with this, it'll cut as well. It stays super sharp, so you can make sure you can cut through this also. And then it will also cut, this is our glitter paper, it will also cut. So it'll cut through glitter paper, it'll cut through foil paper, paper-backed foil paper. And this is our 110-pound cardstock where you would do your card base or your mini album base with. It will cut through this as well. Check that out. Super smooth, super easy, super accurate. It stays exactly how you want that to be every time. So let's say you just dabble in paper crafting. Let's say you just do it a little bit. What else can you do with it? So the thing you can do, like you have these little lights. How many of you guys have gotten those school photos from your kids? And you're trying to cut those out so you can give them out because they're all stuck together. That is so great to do on here. Let's say that you have paperwork at your house that you don't need anymore and you don't have a paper shredder. Look how nice and calming and fun that is. If you don't have a paper shredder and you need to shred your mail, look at that. It's so soothing. That sound of that paper cutter is so, so soothing. Look at that. You can cut, you can use it as a paper shredder. You can, this one is really our, yes, if you do, if you're a sewer or a quilter, Brittany, why do I keep calling you Brittany today? Bethany, I'm so sorry. You cut the edges off of your patterns so you can tape them together and use them, but you can trim those down on your paper cutter. I think I have Brittany on the brain because I saw a TikTok video this morning about Britney Spears, so I apologize for that. That's stuck in my brain. Anyway, so you can, so when I got, I redid a room in my house and I got, my husband and I renewed our wedding vows when we were 25 years married back where we were. And I got a photo to frame and it's like in a 16 by 20 frame. But the photo was too big for the mat that came inside the frame and I needed to trim it down. I was so happy to use that on my paper cutter. I was able to trim the photo down a little bit so I could get it exactly in the size I needed into the frame I wanted. So you can do that. You can do all kinds of stuff. The paper cutters are so, so, so fantastic. Let me know if you guys have any other questions. Because we went over the paper cutter so detailed yesterday. We're going over it again today. And it's so fantastic. It's a great, this one is less expensive, obviously, because it's about half the size. Not that we don't want all of your money, because of course we do, just kidding. But this is a great option if you want to dip your toe in and not go with the full size one, because it's a fantastic price point as well. And it's on sale this week. And Yvette, yes, tell them it's your paper shredder. Tell them that's what it is. And then you can use it for other things. Monica, our website is not set up to ship to Norway right now, but I can do manual orders to Norway. So if you send me an email, melodee@cutterpillar.com or support@cutterpillar.com, we can get that set up for you. We switched website servers and we're still working that out. So we don't have international shipping just yet, but I can do a manual order for you. So shoot us an email and I'm happy to help you out with that. That's no problem at all. So I just want to talk about a couple of other things that we have going on here at Cutterpillar. Obviously, it's our paper crafting week, which we're having so much fun every day this week, talking about all of our paper crafting products. But we also have a Facebook group that we would love for you all to join. It's called Cutterpillar Creations Hub. It's a great little group where you'll find specials in there. You'll find projects in there. I love that people are showing the projects that they're working on in there and getting feedback, and it's getting positive feedback, and it's so, so much fun. Go to your, if you're on Facebook, go to Facebook and search for the group Cutterpillar Creations Hub, and you'll be able to join us there. We're also creating a new group. Bethany, I keep forgetting the name. The Insiders Club. It's the Insiders Club. Insight, because not inside, but insight. Because we're looking for insight from all of our wonderful crafters and supporters out there and fans, because we're working on tons of new products. We're working on tons of new projects, and we would love insight from everybody. So we're going to go to Cutterpillar.com, sign up for our newsletter, and then you'll get an email about the Insiders group. And it's going to be so much fun. That I'm so excited for. I can't wait for that. So I'm always someone who likes to know everything about everything. So if it were me, I'm going to join that group anyway. And I'm probably going to stalk it all the time because I like knowing everything about everything all the time. So do that. Also, if you guys love Cutterpillar the way we do and the way Monica does, we have an affiliate program as well. So be an affiliate. Share your love of Cutterpillar with friends, family, make videos, make posts, all of that kind of stuff. And good night, Monica. Monica's in Norway. She's going to bed now. Um, but if you become an affiliate, you get your friends and family get a little discount. You get a little kickback. It's really nice. You get a little deposit in your PayPal. You can get your coffee. You can get lunch, or you can turn it into a biz op. You can turn it into a great opportunity to make some good money. We do a lot of fun stuff with our affiliates. So sign up to be an affiliate. Go to cutterpillar.com under the support tab. If you drop that down, there's a little spot right there that you can join and become an affiliate. So do that as well. And then the other thing I want to remind you all of is come back tomorrow. Tomorrow at 1 o'clock Mountain Time, we are going to have a craft along. We are going to do some card making. It is National Compliment Day. So we're challenging everybody to make a card and send it out to someone just as a compliment. That kind of mail is so great. I have my 88-year-old father that lives with me, and I take him to church on Sundays when he's feeling up to going. And I got a little card in the mail from one of his friends at church, just randomly in the mail. It was a little note that said, "I really enjoy seeing you bring your father to church. I just think it's so sweet how you do that." And it just made my day. It just made my day. And I had to go find him and tell him thanks for sending that. And he was like, "No, thank you for doing that." But that kind of mail, I'm going to cry. It's so great. So we're going to challenge everybody to make a little card, put it in the mail, send it to somebody on National Compliment Day so that they can get that kind of a feeling. Because I mean, most of the time I don't even read my mail anymore unless it's something like that, right? Because it's all junk unless you're getting your credit card in the mail, or unless it's a different envelope and it looks like it's one of those kinds of things. It's so great. So that is so fantastic. So, but we are talking today. Sorry, I digress as usual. I get distracted. We are talking about our crop paper trimmer today. So it works the exact same as the Pro that we talked about yesterday. It is so much smaller. It's about half the size, but it does swing out to 17.5 inches. So you are able to measure out your full 12 by 12 sheets or bigger. You can cut vellum. You can cut handmade paper. You can cut cardstock. You can cut thick cardstock. You can cut lightweight chipboard, 40 point, which is about the thickness of a cereal box. You can cut all that kind of stuff on here because your blades are self-maintaining. You have two different grades of steel, and so every time you rub it against itself, it's like you're sharpening your knife in the kitchen. So that is so fantastic. You've got your LED light, and that LED light will light up your cut lines so you can see exactly where it is you're making your cut. Because think of all the headers that you're cutting off of your papers. When you get those from the store, you have to cut those headers off. But let's say you just wanted the edge of this little orange line, right? You don't even need to line it up here because you can use that light and you can cut it off. You can cut it off exactly where you want it. So you just have that one little stripe. So fantastic. So you can use the light. You can swing out the arm. You can measure big. You can travel with it. You can use it as a paper shredder. And hey, if that's what you need to explain to your husband that you needed a new tool, I am all for that. So the crop is on sale today, along with all of our other paper crafting goodies. So make sure you go to cutterpillar.com, use the code paper25, and you can get 25% off of everything this week. So make sure you do that. But come back tomorrow. We've had so much fun this week. We've had so very much fun this week. If anyone has any other questions, pop those in there and we will answer those. We can stay on a little bit to answer those. But if not, that's so great. We're so grateful that you guys are spending your days with us. It's so much fun to be here every day and get a little break in the day, have a little fun, do a little craft. But come back tomorrow. Tomorrow at 1 o'clock Mountain Time, we're going to do a little craft along. You're going to get, Bethany, help me remember. We have sketches for the craft for the cards that we're using that you're going to get. Oh, yeah, I almost forgot. We are having a big giveaway tomorrow. That is what it is. We are having a big giveaway tomorrow. So sign up for the big giveaway, sign up for our newsletter, and then you will get an email so that you can sign up for the giveaway. All that information is in our blog post as well. So if you go to cutterpillar.com, go check out our blog. We have a new blog post up that tells you all about tomorrow. And Bethany, I think it also has the link there that they can sign up for the giveaway in the blog post. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's in there as well. But come back tomorrow at 1 o'clock. We're going to make some cards. It's going to be so much fun. Nikki, I agree with you. It is the best trimmer ever. It is the best one ever. Yes, Mary, this one is lit up. It has a light as well. It has the same, it takes 4 AA batteries in the bottom with a little switch right here. And so this has a light the same as the big one does. This part of the trimmers, this side of the trimmers are identical. So if you look at this, both of the way the mechanism and everything works on this side is exactly the same. The difference is the bases. So the crop one is about half the size of the pro one, and it has that little swing out arm, so you can measure out bigger. And then the big one has the little drawer where you can put your paper and your embellishments. But as I like to tease, but I always do it, you can hide your snacks in there. No one in your family is going to look for your snacks in there. No one is going to do that. Steal the Halloween candy, put the snacks in there, put some cash in there, whatever you're trying to hide from everybody, you can put it in there because nobody is going to look in there. If Nikki has had her, so Nikki says she's had her since the Kickstarter days. That was for our, I just got my shirt stuck in there. That was for our crop trimmer. That was amazing. So the crop trimmer, we did a little Kickstarter to build that one, and that was back in 2014, I think. It was a while ago. That was 10 years ago, I think. Might have been 2016, something like that. So yeah, that's 2014, I think we did the crop. Philip, I'm so glad you have your PDF downloaded. I'm excited to see what you make. So I hope you joined our Facebook group so you can show us what you made, Philip. I hope you joined that so we can see your cards. So you guys, again, thank you so very much for joining us this week. Come back tomorrow. We're going to make some cards. It's going to be so fun. We really have enjoyed this. And go check out all of our paper crafting products on sale this week at cutterpillar.com. Use code paper25. But we will be back here tomorrow. Oh, Jenny, thank you for your comment. I agree, the best trimmers ever. I have both, and they get a lot of use. I host weekly meetings and dozens of gals using these every week. See? And you have the other trimmers that sit on the side that no one wants. Jenny, thank you for that comment. I really appreciate that. I got rid of all of my other trimmers when I first got mine 8 years ago. I don't have any of them anymore. I like to joke that we had a bonfire and I was about to light them all up, and then the husband said, "No, those are plastic. That would be bad. Don't burn them." But so we threw them all away. But we had a fake bonfire ceremony to get rid of all those. I was so excited for these. Jana, thank you. We are looking forward to tomorrow as well. So come back tomorrow for our craft along, 1 o'clock Mountain Time. We're going to do a craft along. We're going to have a giveaway. We might have other surprises. It's going to be so much fun. We might teach Bethany how to make cards because Bethany is a professional seamstress, but we're going to make her love paper crafting very soon. So thank you again all very much, and we will see you tomorrow.